What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're back in this room doing another intro because I'm getting awful at remembering to do intros when I'm actually at the place, which I should start doing. But either way, today we're going to be doing 5 skills that top players that have played in the World Cup do quite often. So we've chose Mbappe, Ronaldo, Modric and Jesse Lingard. Now I'm going to show you all the skills that they preferably like to do, or their main skill. I also realised that there was a player of the tournament and like a goalkeeper of the tournament, like Golden Glove and stuff like that, and the Golden Boot, which obviously Harry Kane got but didn't really deserve. And I thought, let's just make my own team, what I thought of the World Cup, because I haven't really spoken about what I thought of the World Cup. So I'm going to give you my team right now. So I'm going to go with the 4-4-2 formation, starting with the goalkeeper. Now I'd like to give it a Jordan Pickford because I thought he was excellent, but Courtois did kind of be more consistent. I mean, Jordan Pickford maybe could have saved the one against Belgium, but we all know he was letting it in, so we got an easier run. But yeah, Courtois in goal. Right back I would have gone with Kieran Trippier, and I know Pavard got it, and I don't agree with that. I feel like he was quite poor. He scored that amazing goal, but he was quite poor during times of the tournament. Now centre-backs, I'm going to go with Varane for France and Harry Maguire. Felt like them two were great centre-backs. Harry Maguire kind of played the left of the three at the back for England, but I felt like he had a great tournament, and so did Varane. I'm pretty sure in the actual team of the tournament they give Marcelo left back, and I don't know why that was. I think it was just a voting process, so maybe everyone just loves Marcelo. But I'd have gone with Hernandez, who played for France as well. I felt like he had an excellent tournament again. He was probably one of the best left backs I've seen, but especially in this tournament, I'd give it to him. Now left midfield, you can kind of say that Perisic was a left winger, but you know, he was left midfield and he was excellent. I thought he tortured us against England, and he tortured a few teams as well. He definitely deserves that left mid position. In midfield, I'd have definitely gone with Kevin De Bruyne. Felt like he was, again, just how he is. He's just excellent, great player. His passing is one of the best in the world, if not the best, so I'd give it to him. And alongside him, I've gone with Modric, who was playing the tournament. He was excellent. I don't think anyone can argue with that. Hazard, who I thought maybe played more centre, but either way, I'm going to put him in the midfield because he did have an excellent game and he kind of played that centre attack in midfield. So I know it's right mid position, but either way, Hazard was excellent. And the strikers, like I mentioned, Mbappe was just ridiculous, and he's going to be one of the best players in the world, if not already. He's crazy. I hope he does really, really well, and I like to see him in the Premier League maybe eventually. And I'm not being biased here again, but Ronaldo, I feel like had an amazing tournament. I'm not even going to talk about Harry Kane because I thought he was absolutely shit. I don't know how he's managed to get the Golden Boot. One, I guess, penalties, and then one of the shots went off the back of his foot. But either way, you know, he scored 6, so I can't complain. But yeah, Ronaldo, just them 3 goals against Spain, just ridiculous. And I feel like if they got further in the tournament, he would have got Golden Boot and he would have shown a lot more than he did. But yeah, that's my team. What do you think? Would you guys change anything? Are you happy with that? Let me know in the comment section. Tell me all the stuff. And without further ado, let's just get into the video, eh? Alright, so let's get into the first skill. So the first one is done by Mbappe, and I've seen him use this at the World Cup. Now, it's not the one that everyone keeps talking about, that little pass trick he did. It's not that one, but it's quite similar. He uses this a lot, like down the wing, to get past players when he really baits them in. What you're doing is you're dragging the ball back, and then you're flicking it inside with the inside of your other foot. So when you're dragging it with your right, you're flicking it with the inside of your left. It's kind of like the L drag skill, which I've shown quite a lot in videos, but it's the other way around. You're kind of using 2 feet this time, and it really baits the defender in. It'd be perfect to use down the line if they're really trying to tuck you in and think they can block you off on the line. You just do that little skill and get behind them. You can even put in a little spin, which Elliot did in one of the examples here. So you can add that if you need to, just to flick away from the player. So it wouldn't be a skills video without having something from Ronaldo or Neymar. But this time, yes, it is Cristiano Ronaldo, and he did have a good tournament. I mean, he scored 3 goals against Spain to equalise in the last minute for 3-3. So he did play really well. So this skill right here is Ronaldo's. He's done this many times for Manchester United, for Real Madrid, and hopefully now for Juventus. And also he did it in the World Cup too. So what he does is he drags the ball across his body and then flicks it with the inside of his foot behind his legs this time. So it's quite similar in the Mbappe one where you're flicking it with the inside of your foot. You go in the same direction as you would with that skill, but you're kind of dragging the ball in front of you, pretend to do a step over, but instead chopping it back behind him, getting him a couple of yards, and then he can cross it in or run at players, whatever he wants to do after that. Now, so the next skill is Jesse Lingard's. Now, I thought he had a decent tournament. That's why I put this one in. He wasn't one of the better players, but I feel like he was one of the ones that kind of just did his own game and got on with it, and obviously England reached the semi-finals, so that was pretty good. So Jesse Lingard, he doesn't really use many skills. I've seen him use quite a lot of turnouts and stuff like that, like little skills, but the one that I see him using quite a lot, and you wouldn't really say it as a skill because you don't really do much with the ball. So all you're kind of doing is you're going to pick which way you want to kick it round them. You want to kind of put maybe a little bit of spin on it if you want to, or drag them one side to open the space in behind. But it is really about the feint. If you pass the ball around and you don't feint them, they're going to read it and they're going to be able to beat you to the ball. But if you really feint, is if you're going to go one way and kick the ball the other, they've got to do a turn all the way around, which slows them down, and then you can get in behind. Okay, so this skill goes to the player of the tournament, and I thought he deserved it. He is a very, very good player. Him or Hazard, I would have gave this player of the tournament too, but Modric uses this skill quite a lot in the midfield. A lot of midfielders do, but he does it very very well, and he does it a lot more than a lot of midfielders do. Now again, it's all about opening your body up and giving yourself space to be able to do this skill, and timing as well. You can only do it in certain situations because it only happens when the timing is right. Now if a player's coming into you when you're receiving the ball and you want to kind of fake and open out past them, you kind of come in as if you're going to receive it, then open your body and go the other direction. Now if you do this properly, you can gain a lot of yards on your defender, which allows you to get wherever you want on the pitch and open yourself up for a long distance pass or a short pass, whatever you want to do, a dribble or a shot. But yeah, you can use this in many parts of the field, just don't use it in dangerous areas because there is a chance that the defender might just nick the ball, and that will stop you from getting anywhere, and they might be able to get in and then go against you the other direction.